Hey Sneak Peekers, I'm Selena DePaz, and today we're at the Top Fur Theater talking to the cast and crew of Adult Beginners. Let's go see what they have to say. In this movie, you lend a helping hand to your brother who's in need. What is something that you learned from playing Justine?
That I think sort of the challenge of having a family. And I think the challenge of tragedy. I think that they have a big tragedy in their past and what happens because of that, the cause and effect of a tragedy. And I've had friends in my life who've had that as well, so that was a really interesting thing to tackle.
And I'm sure that there are a ton of behind the scenes things that happen that the audience doesn't get to see. Is there one that you remember that you'd like to share?
Oh gosh, what did we do? We had a lot of fun. You know, the little boys were so cute who played my son. They were constantly, saying radical things out of their mouth that we we had to try and rein in.
And you've worked in a lot of like drama and comedy, both at the same time. Which do you prefer? Is there a different way that you get into the mentality of working one versus the other?
I don't know. Not yes and no. I mean, often with the comedy you're doing a little more improvising, so it's less script based, so it's a little bit more loose. Whereas drama, I've not really experienced that with drama much. So that's one big difference.
And so your character in this movie has to reach out and ask other people for help. What is one thing that you learned from playing Jake?
I think I tried to learn, one thing learning being a character like Jake, who's a selfish little brother, which I am in my own family, that the goal would be to learn what he hopefully learns in the movie, which is to, like, how important your family is and how important it is to be there for your family when they need you. And so that's something that I would try to learn.
So you're working with some really great co-stars, and it seems like you guys all get along really great. Is there any memorable moment that you have behind the scenes or on set?
We shot, there's a couple of scenes in the movie that happen in a pool. Rose Byrne, my co-star, and I don't know how to swim in the movie, and so we had to shoot in the dead of winter in New York. It was like 5 degrees outside, and we get into the pool, and the pool heater had broken. So it's me and Rose and Jane Krakowski, who's on 30 Rock and now on Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, and then Bobby, who joins us for a couple of scenes. The pool was so cold that Rose and I don't know how to swim, but it works because it's like we were genuinely scared to get into the pool.
What are you most excited for the audience to see in this movie?
Oh, it's the kind of movie that doesn't really scream comedy so much. It's sort of a very realistic look at people at an age in which they're sort of being pressured to think that they need to grow up, and how hard that is to negotiate because you want to kind of hold on to your youth, and I think that those kind of circumstances are funny. Watching people try to grow up is very funny, and hopefully this audience will appreciate that.
What kind of advice would you have for young aspiring film directors?
Don't give up. I think that the resilience is the key. I have been down and out and had difficult times getting movies made and jobs, and I just hung in there. And I think that I had no B plan, no backup plan. I only wanted to make movies, so I think if that's what you want to do, you have to just go for it.
Well, that's it from the Adult Beginners Red Carpet. Until next time, Sneak Peekers.